There are a lot of options when it comes to choosing the right social media platform to use for your inbound marketing efforts. To help you decide which channels are the best fit for your social strategy, let's walk through the basics and benefits of each of them. Let's start with the giant, Facebook. You may have heard the adage that if Facebook were a country, it would be the largest on Earth. That's because it currently boasts over 2.45 billion users, far more than the largest country, China, with 1.4 billion people living within its borders. It's likely the majority of people you know are on the social platform. Facebook has faced controversy in recent years with its stance on political advertisements, on privacy, and the way its algorithm dictates what its users see. Additionally, Facebook has shifted to show users content that is more specific to family and friends, deprioritizing memes, brand posts, and many news outlets, which is why it shouldn't be surprising that Rival IQ reported in 2019 that engagement rates across Facebook had dramatically declined. Organic traffic and engagement on brand posts aren't what they used to be. But that doesn't mean the platform isn't worth using. Millions of companies still use Facebook business pages to share organic news, events, and talk to customers. But there are two other reasons to care about Facebook. Their advertising tools are some of the best to target your ideal buyer, and their groups are an excellent way to build a captive audience, which may, in many ways, prove more fruitful than other ways of reaching your customers. This means Facebook may still be one of the most important platforms for your social media strategy. There are two types of Facebook pages, a personal page and a business page. You may have heard that organic reaches better on a personal page, which is true, but there are several reasons why you should use a Facebook business page for your company instead. First off, Facebook requires businesses to use business pages and can shut down pages that do not comply with their policy. Personal pages have a 5,000 person friend limit, whereas business pages can have millions of followers. Having a business page also gives you access to analytics called insights, the ability to correctly categorize your company for search, add a mission statement, a product catalog, awards, and give your customers the chance to give reviews. But the most important reason for you to have a Facebook business page is for advertising. Facebook advertising allows you to hyper-target the audiences you care most about, including your own prospect list, so you can directly deliver content of value. You can also use Facebook advertising across their other services, Instagram, Facebook Messenger, and WhatsApp. Adding a Facebook pixel on your website even helps you retarget those visitors with ads on Facebook. On Facebook, you can publish a variety of content, including text and photo posts, carousel photo posts, and video posts. You can even do live Facebook videos and share stories, micro content designed to disappear after 24 hours, similar to Snapchat and Instagram stories. And finally, of Facebook's nearly 2.5 billion users, 400 million belong to a Facebook group. Facebook groups help you build community, delight your audience, and help you reach fans that you wouldn't normally be able to reach with an organic post. Facebook is putting more emphasis on groups these days, and savvy businesses that are using them are finding that engagement is higher than in other parts of Facebook.
Facebook groups can be really useful for companies. If you're looking to start one, I definitely recommend starting with a clear purpose. Don't just start a group because someone said you should start a group. It could be a pop-up group. I've seen this be very successful. It might only be open for a week or 30 days. It might be for a specific challenge or to support a certain event. Certainly you could have an ongoing group as a separate group, as a user group, a mastermind, a support group, many different ways you can use groups. Another great way is a testimony group so that you have existing customers just raving about the value that they get from your product or service, and you can certainly bring prospects in there as well.
With over 2 billion users, YouTube is the second largest social network. And interestingly enough, it's also the second largest search engine in the world. Behind Google, of course. To give you a sense of its importance, more than 500 hours of video are uploaded to YouTube every single minute, and almost 5 billion videos are watched on YouTube every single day. It's almost mind-boggling to think about. Google reports that 6 out of 10 people prefer online video platforms to live TV, which means, in many ways, you have the potential to reach an even bigger audience for a more affordable cost than on television. On mobile, YouTube reaches more 18 to 49-year-olds in the US than any cable network. This is important because television is a very different thing today than it was even a couple of years ago. In fact, by 2025, half of viewers under the age of 32 will not subscribe to a pay TV service. When it comes to marketing on the platform, YouTube offers a variety of interesting possibilities. Remember how I mentioned it was the second largest search engine? That means that not only does it help with SEO, but YouTube also has some of the highest referral rates of all the social platforms. Also important, the platform has high conversion rates when it comes to paid advertising. If you offer a complex product or service, having great videos can help you sway prospects into a purchase. Creating video isn't always easy or free, but the benefits and the statistics far outweigh the cost of not participating at all. So what can you do on YouTube? Not only can you host original content and have channel subscribers, but it's a great place to syndicate your content and to consider advertising, including interstitial advertising, short clips that appear before a video. Additionally, over half of YouTube users use the site to learn how to do things they've never done before, which makes it a great place to think about how you can develop interesting, educational material for your customers. I mentioned Instagram already, but let's give it a longer look. It's owned by Facebook, but the audiences and purposes are a bit different. With 1 billion people using Instagram every month, it's the third largest social media platform and the fastest growing. Instagram is a photo and video-based social network, and users follow individuals and brands to be delighted by interesting visuals. According to the Pew Research Center, the biggest demographic group are males between the ages of 18 and 24 years old, while 75% of all users are aged between 18 and 24. But even that is shifting as more and more individuals adopt the platform. While the primary functionality is sharing photos and videos, the most popular feature is Instagram Stories. Like the Snapchat platform, Instagram Stories enable the sharing of quick, instant photos and videos, often with fun filters and visual features. Stories disappear after 24 hours for viewers, but remain stored in an archive for you to see or repost again. Over 500 million stories are posted every day, and 1/3 of the most viewed Instagram stories are from businesses. You'll want to convert a personal Instagram account to an Instagram business profile, to include a phone number and address in your bio, and to enable the shop button. And to do that, you're required to have a Facebook business page, which you will also need to take advantage of advertising on this channel. Instagram is important because it has very deep engagement, especially for brands. Over 90% of users follow at least one brand account. Instagram images get an average of 23% more engagement than their Facebook counterparts. That means advertising on Instagram is going to be even more successful for your business. Sounds like a great reason to use Instagram, doesn't it?
Brands also need to think about going where their audience is and not getting wedded to a particular social channel. The New York Public Library has done a great job of this with their Insta novels. They took classic works of literature and created a whole series of Instagram stories to make these classic works more accessible to a new audience.
Let's move on to Twitter, the popular microblogging network. Twitter is the ultimate by-the-minute news network. It's a place where you can see what's happening in that very moment around the world, whether it's someone feeling an earthquake in China or watching a football game in Boston. Users share messages of up to 280 characters called tweets, which can include photos, videos, links, and animated GIFs. To give you a sense of the volume of information shared, there are more than 500 million tweets sent every day. Twitter is a fantastic place for you to discover what's trending with your industry, customers, employees, partners, and prospects. You should be sharing content frequently, more frequently than on other platforms, in fact, and you should be engaging regularly with your audience. Twitter reports that 80% of their advertisers' inbound social customer service requests happen on Twitter. It's also a place where people frequently express both pleasure and dissatisfaction about products and services, making it a channel your business can't afford to ignore. Twitter also owns Periscope, a live streaming video channel. Over 350,000 hours of live video are streamed on the network every day. There are several forms of advertising on Twitter, including ads in the news stream with trending topics, promoted profiles, and a lot more. But one of the best uses of Twitter is the organic networking you can do directly with your audience, engaging in conversation that helps build loyalty and trust. LinkedIn is the platform most business-to-business or B2B marketers are familiar with. It used to be a network primarily used for recruiting, but these days, it's also becoming a platform to find the latest news and to stay networked with people all over the world. Now users can share status updates much in the same way they do with Facebook, with photo or video posts that can be shared, liked, and commented on. There are several reasons to use LinkedIn. It's a great way to look up individuals you might be meeting with, or to find out more about a prospect you're interested in reaching out to. Additionally, it's a great place to build thought leadership, to offer value through targeted advertising, to network in groups, and to share content that will drive links back into your website properties. Pinterest is a channel many people think of as only for business to consumer or B2C, but there are a myriad of ways B2B companies can take advantage of the platform. If you aren't familiar with Pinterest, it's essentially a series of shared, often thematic bulletin boards where users can pin images, video, and links that resonate with them. What is unique to Pinterest is the average life of a pin is over 3 months, whereas on Twitter, a post's life is a matter of minutes, And on Facebook, maybe an hour. Pinterest pins build SEO with referral traffic that can directly turn into leads and sales. As of 2019, 79.5% of Pinterest users are female, according to Statista. The male audience share has also increased over time, from 14% in 2013 to 20.5% in 2019. Note that women have up to 80% of the buying power in a household, so it's an ideal place for many consumer goods companies to be.
One of the social media platforms that I think is the most overlooked and one of the highest trafficked is Pinterest. Pinterest has the 4th most traffic on the web. 98% of the viewers try to make or build whatever they see online. It is one of the most visual and best platforms to tell a story. So don't forget about Pinterest.
How can your company use Pinterest? Create a board with links to your products and services, or a board with your blog posts, or a board demonstrating your company's thought leadership and awareness. Your HR team can benefit from a board detailing great things about working at your company. Consider creating boards for case studies, employee stories, white papers, or videos. The possibilities are truly endless. Snapchat is a channel that lost a bit of market share to Instagram when Instagram Stories launched, essentially copying the Snapchat business model. But with 210 million people, it still has a strong user base, and it's investing in areas like augmented reality, which may have exciting applications. Like Instagram Stories, Snapchat Stories disappear after 24 hours. There are a bevy of filters users can employ to liven up video and images. Today, brands can advertise with stories more dynamic and longer lasting than personal snaps. The Snapchat audience skews young, with its largest demographic between the ages of 15 and 25. And finally, there's TikTok. If you feel like the app came out of nowhere, you're not wrong. It launched in early 2018, and by the beginning of 2020, it has 400 million users. The parent company, Chinese-owned ByteDance, acquired Music.ly, an app for lip-syncing songs, and merged it into TikTok. The newest player on the social media field fills the gap left behind after Twitter purchased Vine and incorporated it into their Periscope service, stripping it of its popularity. TikTok has 15-second videos, which can be strung together to make viewing of up to 60 seconds possible. TikTok is a fast-paced app. The second you log in, you see a video at the top of the feed that's algorithmically curated around your interests. If you enjoy the video you're watching, you can follow, comment, and like the content directly from the video post. The average user spends 52 minutes per day on TikTok. And brands are starting to get into the mix with advertising and organic posts. TikTok now offers 5 advertising tiers aimed at big brands. But if you have amazing content, there's still a lot of organic potential to gain from the platform.
Refinery has been on TikTok for a while. It was one of those channels that we played and experimented with a bit and pulled back until we noticed that it was just exploding as a platform in general. And so then we started leaning into it again. A brand that I admire and aspire to be like is Chipotle. I think Chipotle came on the scene and really has dominated in TikTok, creating challenges that really captivate the audience. They had the lid flip challenge and then the guacamole dance challenge, and they created these viral moments literally featuring their brand and their brand ethos.
Whew, that's a lot to learn about all the social media channels. Do you need to be on all of them? Maybe not, but consider that not everyone gets their news and information in the same way. You might read online newspapers while I'm looking at trending topics on Twitter. Everyone consumes information differently in the time and place of their choosing. You want to be found in as many places as possible. But the good news is that you can start small and focused, and then build as your team builds and your resource pool grows. And don't be afraid to create profiles and test out the channels. They can often seem more overwhelming than they are. And once you dip your toe into the pool, the water gets warmer and warmer.